We'll see about joins in the Oracle. Okay. See, till now we work with only the single table, right? So now we are going to work with multiple tables. Okay. So we will see. So before discussing about the joins, we will see what are the tables we have in our database. Okay. Select start from EMP. So this table you people already know about this. So this having the 3 departments and 14 employees. Okay, and we have another table, DEPT. Okay, so this table is having the 4 records with the department information, department number, department name, and the location. Okay, see, and we have the table like a sal grade is the table. So this is having like the grade. See, if you get the marks like 95 to 100, you will get like a 10 points in the 10th or intermediate, like we are getting the grades, right? So 9.8, 9.7, 9.10. So you are getting the grades in such way. So the grade based on your salary, this table will provide the grades. If salary between 700 and 1200, so you may get the grade as a 1. Okay, if the salary is more than 3000 and less than 10,000 in the sense, you will get the grade as a 5. So in this way, we are going to use these tables. So till now we have these tables and we have another table like dummy. Maybe this table won't have any data, I thought. So these have only one record. Okay, so now we have these tables. Now we need to check the data here. See, what is the parent information? We want to know the relation of this each table. Now we have these 3 individual tables. So you need to check like whether these tables having any link between these 2 tables or these 3 tables is having any relation. You need to identify first. So how can we identify the relation of the 2 tables or any table?
Primary key or foreign key.
Yes, yes. So check with in user underscore constraints. User underscore constraints is the place you will get all the constraints related of your tables. Okay, now go to the if you go to the like table name equals to, so you will get like all the constraints here. Constraint type is C, so meaning like it is a check constraint. Okay, either it may be a check constraint, it may be a not null constraint. Okay, see, if the condition, such condition is having is not null, meaning it is a not null constraint. It's not the check constraint. The constraint type will be same for the not null and as well as a check constraint. Okay, now we don't have any primary key or foreign key column in this particular table. Okay, you cannot able to find the relation in this case. In this case, now see, some people will maintain the primary key foreign key relation. Okay, see, some people won't be maintain the relation, but they will maintain the unique record as per the business rule. Okay, I'm generating only the unique employee numbers without null employee numbers. Okay, so I'm not inserting any null employee numbers. So how you are doing in the primary key way? The same way I'm maintaining the data, but I'm not putting the constraints on my table. Okay, so now how can we identify this these 2 table having any relation? Okay, see, in such case, so we have there may be some common column in between 2 tables. Okay, So you may find that. So go to the EMP table and check all the column names in this table. So we have the DEPT number is the common column, and go to the DEPT table as well. So DEPT number is the common column in this way, in this table as well. Okay, so there may be a chance having this relation of this, using these two tables. I mean, using these two columns. Okay, so using this column, you may link with these two tables. Okay, so now you are able to identify. So you have only 4 columns and 10 columns in another table. So you are able to identify. If you have more than like hundreds of columns, so I cannot able to remember all the column names. I cannot able to compare, right? In such place, you go to the user underscore tab underscore calls. See, the table information will stored on the user underscore tables. Okay, and the detail information, what the columns we have in this each table. If you want to retrieve that information as well, columns, user underscore tab underscore columns. This will having like all the column information where table name equals to EMP. See, this is the columns we have. This is the data type we have. Okay, so you people already know about the. See, now I have these columns and DEPT table also. I'm like trying to retrieve. So we have these 3 records and I have this and I have this 8 records. Now I need to find out the common columns of both, common records of both the queries. So what I need to use here, I have 2 different queries. I need to get the matching records from both tables, common records from both the queries or table. As you know, we already discussed about the set operators, union, union-all, minus, intersect. The intersect operator will give the common records from both the tables or both sets or both queries. Okay, so now I'm going to use the intersect. You may get the error. Illegal use of long data type. See, if any one of the table is having the long data type, any one of the column of the particular table, if you have any long data type column in the table, if the particular table you cannot able to compare or you cannot able to use, this is the table, this is the column, so you cannot able to compare one column, one long value with another long value. You cannot able to compare whether it is a common or different, or you cannot able to compare the long data type columns. Other than that, you can able to compare all the column values. Okay, but I don't need all the columns, right? I need only the column name. Okay, I need only the column name. Okay, take the take the only the column name value. Okay, and check in this case as well only the column name and look the common column value, the DEPT number value. So this is the column is having both table is having the common of this table, this column. Okay, this is the column is having as a common in both tables. Okay, see in this way you need to identify. Okay, see the table may be present in your schema or in the different schema. If the table is present in different user, okay, so in such case go with the all underscore tab underscore calls. Okay, in this you will get all the schemas of tables and everything. You need to filter with the owner name equals to whatever the owner is required for you. You can filter the data using this. Okay. Now, see, now we got the as a common column of this. See, if the table is having the primary key foreign key relationship, that is very simple. Like you can take the primary key value as a parent column or parent table, and the child table is having the reference. The constraint type is R. So meaning these both is are the parent and child relation. Okay, now you can able to identify that. So now we found this table is having the common column. So you may try with so then you can observe. Then you can observe like a DEPT. This DEPT is having the department values. So all are the unique values in this case. You don't have any duplicate value. So maybe it is a primary key or parent table. So you may think like there is no duplicates in the particular column in the sense you are maintaining the unique data. See the parent ID, if you are maintaining the parent information. So the parent will have only one name. So I mean, one parent is having only one ID. Okay. See, you may have the child table. The child table will contain the multiple child information. The child is having unique identification as a child ID is a different IDs for every child. But coming to the parent ID for that particular child, there is a possibility having the duplicate values in the child table of parent ID. See, if you go with, so we already discussed about in, see, if you know this, we'll work with multiple tables. So now take like a parent table
Table.
and the child
Type
table.
table.
Child. Okay, so I'm trying to. Now we have this parent ID. So you may have like mobile number. We have other fields as well. Okay, Aadhaar number and all those things. Okay, so in the child table, also I'm maintaining the CID name.
Parent ID.
Yeah, I'm maintaining only the required columns here. I'm not maintaining all the parent ID. Okay, so or you may mention like a reference ID as well. Okay, see while giving the address. So if you are giving the address with any other people, like see in the earlier, the people is writing the like letters, right, from the post box. So if you want to post any letter for any of your friends or relatives, right? So you people will mention like a son of. The son of will give the reference of your parent information. Okay, so the same way you may mention like a reference ID as well. Okay, now I'm mentioning like a parent ID. So, and as well as occupation. So you may mention like the required column values in this case and okay, and insert the values here. See, I'm mentioning like C1, C2, C3, C4. Okay, so now I'm mentioning like PQ is, and I'm mentioning the parent ID is a 1, and I'm mentioning like a 3, and as well as 2. Okay. See now I have this the parent ID information. See if you observe this table is having the parent ID values, the PID value as a unique values, meaning it may be a parent table. See if you are maintaining the primary key and you are maintaining the reference column in this case, so it must and should be a primary key and foreign key. This is the parent table and this is the child table. Okay. See, you may guess that, or you may definitely you can think like this is the parent table, this is the child table. You may decide that. Okay. In this case, you need to analyze the data and you need to think this is the parent table. So this is having the duplicate. Maybe it is the foreign key table. Okay. So and try to retrieve like and try to retrieve. So now we have EMP and DEPT table. Now I'm trying to retrieve the data from employee table. I'm getting. If I'm trying to retrieve the DEPT table, I'm getting like a 4 records. Now I'm trying to see. I have two villages. Village 1 is having 14 members and village 2 is having the 4 members. Now I see like your the population like something like MRO is came like please come all the 2 village people into this ground or something like. He asked me to come everybody into some ground place or some nearby some polling booth or any kind. Okay, so the max how many people you will get in this case? We have 2 villages. You are asking to come everybody from these 2 villages to this particular place. Okay, how many people may come in this case? Max to max.
8, 14 and here 4, so 18.
8 people, so 18 people you may get max.
Yeah.
Right? You may get max. See, we have some other case. There may be some common employee, a common member. Okay, so some person may having village A and the same person is married into some other the village B. Okay, so he may be present as a son here. He may be present as a son-in-law in that village as well. Right? So in such case, you may ignore either of one of the place. Okay, you need to ignore or you need to identify. Okay, in such case, you won't get that particular son-in-law information. Okay, see, or else you can say you can think in the different way. So we have the village A and village B. So who are all having the relation as a here as a son, and another village is having the son-in-law relation. So if you want to find out the relation of 2 villages, so who are getting married from village A to village B or village B to village A, you may get that particular information. Okay, if you don't have any relation of the rest of the families, you cannot able to find identify that particular records. Okay, now we'll go with the EMP table and DEPT table. Now we have 14 employees. Now I am trying to retrieve 14 if I use my table. Now if I try to retrieve with more than one table, if you are trying to retrieve the data with more than one table, so the table, all the table names you need to maintain in the from class. Simply maintain the table name EMP, comma, DPT. See, now you can find like how many records you are getting here. 56. Because so now you are asking the people like come everybody from these 2 villages. Okay, see, so you are trying to build the relation of each member with another table of each member. Okay, now if you take the EMP table of this, okay, so EMP table of this, and I'm trying to retrieve with the DPT table as well. I'm making the 2 things. Okay, see, if you look like this is the EMP, this is the DPT table, and this is the EMP table. Now, so what I'm saying, if you are trying to retrieve with more than one table of data, now you are getting like max to max, you need to get 18 records, but you are getting like a 56 records in this case. So what is happening behind? See now, so every record of this particular table, A, this is a look like as a EMP table as a first table. The first table of each record I'm taking here, and I'm going to match with the corresponding table of each record. Okay, so 10 into this 7369, 10 into 7499, 10 into this. Meaning I'm trying to match with every record of the first record of the first table and the corresponding second table of all the records. So for this one record, I will get 14. And second record, I will get another 14 records. 14 plus 14, 28. And if I go with 13, so for these two also we'll get 28. 28 plus 28, 56 records. You are trying to get all the values. So meaning, so if you, anyone is came from the mathematical background, okay. So
Yeah, like set we will get.
matrix multiplication, matrix
Okay.
multiplication. So the matrix multiplication can happen like a, if you have, so 1, 2, 3 you have. Now I'm mentioning like a 1. So this is 1 by 3 matrix. This is 1 by 2 matrix. Okay. Or 2 by 1 matrix. This is like a 2 by 1 matrix. See now it take each element of, in this case, 1 into 1, 1 into 5, 2 into 1, 2 into 5. So in this way, the matrix multiplication can happen. So this can be happen like this. 1 into 5 and 2 into 1, 2 into 5, and as well as the 3 into 1, 3 into 5. So in this way, you are getting like all the records if you are trying to retrieve as a matrix multiplication. So meaning like it is going. So you are not trying to match with any of the record from the village 1 to village 2. In such case, you will get it, it go for the matrix multiplication kind. So it is going with the cross sign. So you are trying to join with each member of first table with the second table of each record. The meaning it is going for the cross join. Okay. Now, so we don't have 56 members in this, but 2 tables are 2 records and 2 tables of in this case, right? So how can we get the corrected records? So you may get like max to max 18 records. If some people may having in both places, you may ignore that people's. Okay. So in such case, I said like you may maintain some condition. So while retrieving of the member village 1, village 2, check like if the same person is present in village 1 and village 2 both places, display that as a 1. Okay. So now I'm trying to retrieve the data. So EMP dot DEPT number equals to DEPT dot DEPT number. So now I mentioned the condition here. Now I'm trying to check the condition while displaying of the 14 records. Now I'm trying to compare each record value, taking the department value of this particular EMP table, and I'm going to compare of DEPT table of department number value. Okay. And if that particular record get matched, and I'm going to display that. So now see, now I'm getting only the 14 records. Now I'm getting only 14 records. So now I'm trying to split into another session and I'm going to display for it. Okay. So now we have this table and you are trying to get like a 14 records. So while displaying of this particular record, so we are in this way, EMP, and here we need to maintain the DEPT. So the first table, what is the left side table, what is the right side table is very, very important. So we are maintaining left side as a EMP and right side as a DEPT. Okay. So now you are maintaining the common relation, meaning it's a, you are trying to get the matching records from both tables. In such case, if you write like DEPT or EMP in, so the left and right, if you may swipe that also, or if you change that also, it won't give any trouble. So while retrieving of, so now you have this EMP table and you have the 14 records, you are getting like 14 records from this table, right? See, in this table is having like a only the 3 departments 10, 20, 30, and the parent table is having the 4 department numbers. So what happened about this 40th department value? So why you are not getting this 40th department information in your query? Okay, because you are trying to look the value who are all as having the relation of each table or each village. Village 1 to village 2 is having any relation, then you are trying to get that particular values by using the join condition. This is the join condition. So you are comparing as an equal condition, or you are trying to get the matching, only the matching records. In such case, we'll use this we can call it as a simple join or inner join. Inner join will help us to get the common records from both tables. Common records from both tables. Okay. And now I am trying to retrieve with see, I need this who are all not present in village 1 or village 2. I need that information as well. Now I have village 2 like department table. The department table is not having like a common records of this 40th department value in EMP table. In EMP table. So how can we retrieve this? How can we retrieve this? So we have like simply use the outer join. So you are trying to get the out of scope value. So in scope meaning inner join, out of scope. So you are trying to get the non-matching record as well. So who are not matching with this table A to table B. So you are trying to get that particular retrieve. So to retrieve that particular information as well. So go with the outer joins. So if you are trying to retrieve left side information, maintain the right outer join. If you are trying to retrieve, see, now treat like I said, this is your left table. You are trying to get a matching record or common record or non-matching record. Also, you need to retrieve. So use left join. If you want to retrieve with the right side table, use the right outer join. Simple. The inner join will help us simply table A of column 1, table B of column 2. So simply you are maintaining the relation. If you maintain the simply the plus symbol of like this will act like as a outer join. So this, if you are using like a right side the plus, meaning you are making as a left outer join. Now the left outer join will help us to get the matching or non-matching records from left side table. This table is having how many records? 14. This table is having 14 records. So the 14 out of 14, every record is matching with the DEPT table. So you don't have any left outer join case, and you may have the right outer join. See, you may have some extra record from the right side table. So if you want to retrieve that right side record, use the right outer join for that. Simply, if you want to make that right outer join, simply remove this plus symbol and make it into the left side. Now you will get like a 15 records. You will get like 15 records. You can check the data. You can check the data. See, we have 14 records. The out of 14, we got all the 14 records from the village 1 or table A. Okay, now we have some extra record from the right side table. So I'm like displaying the two family information, village 1, village 2, who are all having the as a common of both places. I'm displaying like in both place. Village A and village B, both places I'm displaying. See, the department number, department name is related to the village B information or table B information. Okay, so in this case, he is not present. The employee information is not present in a table A, meaning the employee table does not have the 40th department value. For that reason, I'm displaying the blank values, null values, and I'm displaying the 40th information from the department table. You got it about the join of left join and right join kind. See, where we need to get the like with more than one table of data. So where we need to retrieve the data from more than one table. In such place, we'll use the joins. Join is a condition. See, you are writing the join condition here. It's a condition. You are trying to make the joining here. What is the meaning of this? So you are trying to compare with one value with another value. It's a condition. So for that reason, so I'm calling as a join is a condition which is used to retrieve the data from more than one table. So joins will help us to retrieve the data from more than one table. Okay, and we have two types of joins. Two types of joins, inner join and as well as outer join. So inner join, we can call it as a simple join or inner join. So you may call like a simple join or inner join. Both are the same. And see in outer join or inner join. So you may have the two variety of joins, equijoin, non-equijoin. See equijoin meaning, so if you are like writing the condition right with using with equal operator, that we can call it as a equijoin. If you are trying to make the join with other than equal with any other operator like greater than, less than, this we can call it as a non-equijoin. Non-equijoin. Okay, see this we can call it as a non-equijoin. So equijoin or non-equijoin, we don't have any it may, the equijoin may come in the inner join, the equijoin may come in the left outer join or right outer join. So any kind. Okay, but if you are using the equal operator, we can call it as a equijoin. The name itself is having equi, meaning equal. Okay, now we have inner join is having only one join. It is a simple join. Okay, so we have outer join. In outer join, see the equijoin will help us. It is used to join two tables based on equal condition. Okay, so this like non-equijoin, it is used to join two tables based on not equal to condition. It may be anything. Okay, if you go with inner join definition, the inner join will help us to get the matching records from both tables. And coming to the outer join, we have like a left outer join, right outer join, full outer join as well. Full outer join. See, the left outer join is used to display the full details of the left side table and matching records of right side table. See the meaning like a, so I'm saying, I said like here, we mentioned like a right outer join. Right outer join in the sense, if you want to make the right outer, you need to use left side the plus symbol. Okay. Now, if you try to maintain the right outer join, see the right outer join will display the full records. It is used to display the full details of the right side table and matching records from the left side table. See, whether it is present in the right side or not, I don't care about that. I don't look for that. If the value is present or not, I don't care about that. I will display all the records from the right side table. All the records from the right side table. Right side table. And matching records from the corresponding table. The left side, what are the records is getting matched with this right side table. I'm going to display the corresponding values to this. And what are the records is not present in left side table, I'm going to display the blank values for that. This is what I mentioned in this case. It is used to display the full details of right side table and matching records of the left side table. So what are the common records we have? I'm maintaining the values for that matching values. What are these not present in table A? I'm going to display blank values. The same way left side. Now I explained about the right join because we don't have the EMP table does not have any non-matching records. Okay, coming to the full outer join. See, full outer join will also same. The left outer join plus right outer join is equal to the full outer join. Full outer join. See, you cannot able to make the two outer joins. So I said like a left side in the sense right side plus right side, right outer join in the sense left side plus right. Now, if you want to make the full outer join, full from both place, so I cannot able to put like a left and right in both places as a plus symbol. I cannot able to put like this. See, a predicate may reference only one outer join a table. So you cannot able to make the outer join with multiple outer joins. You can make only one outer join using one table. Okay. Since in such case, so what is the solution to make the full outer join information? Full outer join. In this case, maintain the left outer join as a 1 and maintain the another query as a right outer join. Maintain the right outer join. Do the union of these two queries. Union. So what will happen? Union will remove the duplicates. See, if we use the left join or right join, if we use the left join, you will get all the common records along with the non-matching records, right? You will get non-matching records along with common records from the left side table. If we use right outer join, you will get non-matching records from the right side and as well as the left side matching records. So you have the two things as a common here. Both tables is having the common records that you are getting in the two queries as well. You need to display only one time. So if you use the union, you will get it remove the duplicate records and display only one time. See, we are getting like only 15 records. If I use in case union all, you will get 15 plus 14. The left outer join it will display 14 records and right outer join it will display 15. Yeah, 14 for left outer join and right outer join you will get 15. The union all will display the all the records along with duplicates. So if you want to make it as a full outer join, I will go with the left outer join union with the right outer join. Right? Okay, this is about the joins, and we retrieve the only equal joins till now. We retrieve the data using equi-join. Okay, now I am trying to retrieve. See, now we have the common record of these two tables, and I am trying to retrieve. In case if I come to SAL grade table. See, the SAL grade table is having the grades low SAL, high SAL, low SAL, high SAL. See, if you look these three columns is not at all present in EMP table or DEPT table. Both tables, the data is not present. In both tables, the three columns is not at all matching with any column, right?
Yes.
Right. So now, how can we put the join? How can we put the join of using this table? Okay. In this case, you need to analyze this data. See, this table is having low SAL, high SAL, and grade. See, if you come to this EMP table, so this table is having the salary column. So maybe this having the relation of the low sal and high sal. So we have the lower bound and upper bound. You are trying to compare the salary between low sal and high sal. So you may analyze the data. See, if you compare the data, so um, if you are seeing some information without reading also. So if you are seeing like with multiple times of the same words or same paper or anything, right? So that will be, so while reading out that, so you may get the things very fastly because you already looked that on the daily basis. So you may get that information very fastly. Okay, so analyze the data of each table and take the decision of that. So look the value, you may get some idea. So this having the relation, this having the relation. So this is the way you need to write these things. Now we are retrieve with now we retrieve with EMP table and sal grade table. Okay, now I'm trying to retrieve EMP comma DPT. So now, sorry, sal grade. Now we are getting with 14 into 5, 70 records. So how can we make the relation of this? EMP of salary. So now I'm mentioning like a between I'm mentioning the reference of sal grade S instead of writing like a sal grade as a full table. I'm mentioning simply as a S as a low sal and A start high sal. So now say you are getting only the 14 records. It is comparing. It is comparing. Every value is present in this. So you are getting like the grade value for this. You don't have any other values. If you insert like the salary is greater than 10,000, you won't get the grade value for that. If you insert the value is less than the 700, you won't get any grade for that particular employee. Okay. Like this, we can call it as a non-equijoin because you are not using like a equal operator. So you may use like this. You may see if you don't have the between operator, you need to write like this. The EMP sal is greater than S dot low sal and so EMP sal is less than of S dot high sal. So you may get the same results equal to. This is the way we need to write, but I use simply between operator. Okay. This is about the joins. So we learn about inner join, what is join, what types of joins we have. Okay. If you don't have, if you are not mentioning like a join condition, if you are trying to retrieve with more than one table, without mentioning of the join, it is going for the cross join. If you mention this particular condition, it will display the matching records or non-matching also. It won't give any unnecessary values or duplicate values. Okay.
Okay. Shiva, I have one doubt here. We have given low sal and high sal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That it is present in the salary table, right?
Yes.
Sal grade. I mean, while giving that, we have mentioned. Okay, that I wanted. Okay, done. Because while comparing, it will compare with the low sal and high sal and will retrieve, right?
Yes. The
Okay,
salary is
done.
between 700 and 1200 middle in this low range and high range in between. It will display as a 1 for that employee.
Okay.
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 This is about the joins and we have the self join. See, now you are trying to retrieve the data with table A comma table B or so or table C, table X, table Y, anything. So you are trying to retrieve the data two different tables, right? Now, if I use like
Okay.
in some case, in sometimes like you need to put the join the table itself, the table itself. So you may get the scenario like, see, this employee table is having 14 records. If you observe this data, employee information, employee number, employee name, job, MGR. MGR is the meaning of that manager ID.
Manage your ID.
Manager ID, hire date, salary, commission, department number. See, Smith is working under 7902. See, you are working under some XYZ person. The XYZ person is also related to the same organization. He is also employee of the same organization, right? Meaning, your manager is also present in the same employee table, right?
Yes.
Okay. See, in this case, if you want to retrieve employee information along with manager information, I need to retrieve the Smith information along with manager information. How can we retrieve now? I need to use EMP table, comma, EMP table. See, while retrieving of, I need to retrieve the employee information. I will take this employee as a one time. Now again, I need to retrieve the manager also. See, manager is also part of the same employee table. So I need like a 7902 information. Who is 7902? Ford. So to retrieve the employee information, I will use employee table as a one time. To retrieve as a, this is related to the manager table. The same employee table, I'm mentioning as a employee table as a E. Employee table as a E. Now I'm like mentioning like I say, this is my employee table. If I'm mentioning, I'm treating like a same table as a M, as a manager. So now I'm thinking like these two tables as a different employee as a M, employee as a E. So now I need employee information along with the manager. Along with the manager. See, 14 employees I have, 14 managers I have, 14 into 14. You will get like a 156 or something, 196. Okay. So now I'm like retrieving. So mention like a employee table of manager ID, employee table of manager ID, MGR equals to manager table of employee number. See, the joining is very, very important here. See, I'm taking like a manager, employee information along with manager. See, meaning I need to display employee information along with manager in the sense. So employee table of manager ID equals to manager table of employee number. Now you will get like a 13 records because one employee does not have the manager, because the CEO does not have the boss. The king
Null.
is a president. So you don't have this manager information or this employee information. You are missing this particular employee information. In this case, the joining, the left outer join will help us. See, if employee is present in the organization, if you don't have the manager also, display that particular employee information also. If no employee also, display that employee information as well in your query. Okay. So if employee is present the manager, display that particular manager information. If employee does not have the manager, display null value for that. See, the king does not have the manager information. See, I need to mention like a, say like this, E dot star, it give the employee information. Okay. Now, if we mention like a m dot e name, manager table of e name as a mgr name. So I'm taking only one column value. Now see 7369 Smith manager is Ford, right? 7369 Smith. Smith manager name is Ford. See, right? The king president does not have the manager ID. You are getting the null for that particular employee. No manager. You may mention like a no manager using like simply NVL of no MGR. Mention like this. This is the joins, and we written the joins like a with old method. See, what are the things we written now is a we have like a hash join and a ANSI join. So hash join and a ANSI join. See, I mentioned here. This is hash join. Hash join. What are the things we mentioned like a in from class table A comma table B comma table C. Okay, if you are trying to mention like a table names in the from class and mentioning the joins in the where class, it's a hash join. And we have ANSI join. The ANSI join will simplify our work. ANSI join will simplify our work. Simple. If you maintain the same join, so now we are trying to retrieve EMP comma DEPT. DEPT where EMP dot department number equals to DEPT dot DEPT number. So this is like a as a old method as a hash join. And you may change this join as a ANSI join. Simple. Use instead of comma, use whichever the join name is required for you, inner join, and mention the join condition in the on class instead of where class. Maintain that particular condition in the on class. So how many records we are getting in the this is the hash join and this is the ANSI join. You are getting like 14, 14. Both are giving the same results, right? If you want to make this as a left outer join, a right outer join. So if you want to make the left outer join, use the right side plus, right? And if you want to make it as a this as a left outer
Right.
join, a right outer join, simply use the right keyword,
Right.
right
R
outer. Simple.
T.
So 14 records, right outer join. You are getting like a 15. See, you made it as a left join here. Sorry, this is the left join. If you are making the right side place in the sense, it's a left outer join, not the right outer join. So here I need to use left join. We are getting 14. If you change this joining as a right side to the left side, now it changed to the right outer join. We will get 15 records. Simple use instead of left, use the right. Right? In this case, if you want to make the full outer join, you are not able to make the two joins in the same place, right? But you can simply change instead of right as a full. So this is the advantage of this. It simplify our the query writings.
Yes.
Query writing. See, the backend will work the same. Left outer join union with right outer join. The same functionality will run at the backend, but you are going to simplify writing of the queries. Okay, so this is the joins and the types of joins. Now, so as of now, we retrieve with only two table information. If you mention, see now you are trying to retrieve with the two tables and you are mentioning one join condition, right? If you are trying to retrieve with more than two tables, now I'm mentioning as a
Sal grade.
sal grade. as S and mentioning the join as emp.sal is greater than a start losal or between. I'm going directly with the between. A start I said. See, you are getting the data with more than one table and more than two tables. If you are trying to put the join with two tables, you will get one join. If you are trying to retrieve with more than three tables, more than if you are trying to retrieve with three tables of data, you will get two joins. See, for table A and table B, you put one join. Now these two tables has working like as a one table, and now you are using like a star table. The table 1 and table 2 is becoming like as a one table. Okay. So and you are using like a now AB is a two different tables. If you use join, the AB is becoming like as a one table. Now AB plus C is becoming like as a ABC as the three things. So if you are writing like a n number of tables, you need to use n minus 1 joins. Now we are using the three tables, 3 minus 1, like two joins. If you are using the two tables,